We've just arrived in Bangkok, Thailand's chaotic, colorful, and endlessly fascinating capital city. Over the next few days, we'll come face to face with giant monitor lizards in the heart of the city.
This feels a little bit too close for comfort.
Drift past temples and skyscrapers on a ferry down the Chao Phraya River.
I didn't really think about the fact that this is basically a sightseeing opportunity.
And step into some of the country's most sacred and historic sites. Bangkok is loud, alive, and full of surprises, and we're diving straight into the middle of it.
Good morning.
Good morning. We've arrived in Bangkok, finally. Yesterday was a really long day of travel. Pretty comfortable though, but still long. We got out of our hotel onto a ferry to a bus, but it was a VIP bus, which was nice. I think the travel day in total was probably 12 hours.
I think it was 10.
14 hours. 10 hours, okay.
Yeah.
We got in last night, got into our hotel, just ordered some food off Grab and went to bed. This morning, we're up again, and we are going to be in Bangkok for 4 nights, I think 3 full days. Just heading out to go see if we can find some breakfast. Our hotel offered some breakfast, took a look. It was just kind of some pastries and toast. So instead, we're going to go find something else to eat. And just down the street from our hotel, I found a place on Google called Lumphini Cafe. So we're heading there now to see if it's going to be really good. I think it is.
I got a little excited when the food arrived and already mixed up my smoothie bowl, so it was a lot prettier when I first arrived. That, and I had asked for no barley, but didn't realize that that was the main grain that was going to be part of the bowl. So I asked them if I could have a little bit of their house-made granola on the side, so they brought that, and I dumped that on top too. It's very tasty.
We just left our breakfast spot this morning. The idea with choosing this location was that it looked really nice. The food was a bit more expensive, but usually if we kind of just camp out in a spot for 5-6 hours to do all the work that we need, and then it kind of works out. Unfortunately, when we showed up, we found out that their Wi-Fi didn't work.
After we ordered.
So we were locked in for more expensive food, and unfortunately we couldn't do any work there.
It ended up costing $45 Canadian for breakfast and coffees, which was incredibly painful considering we were just paying like $6 a meal on Koh Tao.
Yeah, usually I think we were paying 80 baht for an individual meal on Koh Tao, and we were like, wow, these prices are really great. Like, I don't remember Thailand actually being this affordable. And then we came here and every portion was like 300 and our coffee was 120 to 140 each. Came to 1,000 baht, and it was like, okay, we're now gonna go walk to a park. And instead of taking a Grab, because we already spent more money today than we wanted to, and we're just trying to find some nice shaded sidewalk, and it looks like we did.
We've made our way to Lumphini Park. It's the largest and most popular park in central Bangkok, and you can definitely see why. Immediately from walking off of the busy streets into the park, it's kind of like sectioned off. It's a completely different world in here. It's so quiet. You can hear a little bit of distant traffic, but honestly, most of what I'm hearing are birds and water fountains. There's this great big lake in the middle, and apparently you can rent boats to row around on it. There's also supposed to be these massive monitor lizards that live in this park only, and I feel like I keep seeing one popping its head up. I can't tell if it's a lizard or if it's just the fish, but we're gonna try and find one because I really want to see one today. And yeah, I think we're just gonna walk around in here and just check out what there is. Enjoy the outdoors. It is still quite hot. The UV is at a 5, so not as bad as it was earlier, but the sun is, yeah, very, very hot. So we're gonna try and stay in the shade There hasn't really been a ton of it so far, but I am seeing as we get further into the park that maybe there's some more trees and wooded areas. So, okay, it's very large fish that are in there. All right, I'm feeling a little paranoid. These things are massive. So they're monitor lizards, they're residents of the park, and I'm hoping they're pretty chill and used to people. This feels a little bit too close for comfort, but I mean, there's a bench right here. It's between us, and I'm ready to run if I need to. I have no idea if these things are typically aggressive or if they bite or whatever, but they're absolutely massive. Like, I knew they were going to be big based on photos and things I had seen, but it's still just so bizarre to me that these giant lizards are just like living in the middle of Bangkok in this park. From like nose to tail, this big one behind me has to be at least this big, if not bigger. But that's as far as my arms stretch. I definitely thought at first it was going to be harder to find them, but it does make sense that they would be hanging out in the shade during this hottest part of the day. I assume. I know nothing about them. Kind of wanted to hug it. I would never. He just looked so chill. I would obviously never try and touch these things or any animal for that matter that's not a cat. But yeah, I don't know. He looked a little cuddly.
Yeah, I mean, I was just happy we came to the park with a very specific goal. It was nice and quiet, some good shade, and I heard that there was big lizards, and we found them within 5 minutes. I know nothing about the lizards, their habits, or what they do, so I'm going to just say 100% safe. Yesterday in Bangkok, we were walking around seeing a couple of different sites, and we ended up going to a very large mall. I believe it was called Central World. We walked around to try to find a razor. The only one that we could find, because the cheapest one they had was sold out, was like 3,000 baht, and that feels like a lot of money for a razor. This morning I did a quick search on my phone, and I found a barber shop that for 300 baht will do a beard trim, and it had like 50 good reviews. So yeah, we're about to go get my beard trimmed, and I'm hoping next time you see me, it will look sleek and nice and not whatever it looks like now. Yeah, let's go find out. Hello. So, as I'm sure you can probably see, my beard has been groomed. Cost 300 baht. Guy was really nice. I think there's parts of my face that have not seen sunlight in about 10 years. I had a lot of anxieties. I just kept feeling him cut more and more of my beard off. Jess tells me it looks good. But let's go get some lunch, some breakfast, some brunch. There's a couple places that we want to see that are like really big attractions. Unfortunately, there's no metro line or train line that gets close to it, but there is a ferry line because it's built right along the waterway. For 2 people, one way, it cost us 42 baht, so pretty good deal. And now we're just waiting for a ferry to show up so we can leave. I think every 15 minutes a new boat shows up, so we'll find out.
guess I was so focused on the fact that this was our mode of transportation to get where we were going today that I didn't really think about the fact that this is basically a sightseeing opportunity. Just going down the river for 10-15 minutes, you can just see so much on either side of the river. I don't know why it never crossed my mind that that's what this would be like, and such an inexpensive way to do it. So yeah, definitely recommending this.
It was only like a 30-second walk from the ferry pier to the first place that we're stopping today, which is to see the reclining Buddha. I had read online that you could rent like a wrap or scarf or something to wear around the temple if you weren't covered, because women, you need to have like your shoulders covered and your knees covered. And it's just way too hot for me to be walking around in anything more than shorts today. So we came to hopefully rent something, but they don't do rentals until 4 p.m. apparently. So we just walked across the street to a little stall and I got a little wrap for 100 baht. So at least now I've got it and I can wear it to all of the temples and all the places that we're going in the future. I mean, we're going to Bali in like a month, so I'm sure it'll come in handy. So in order to go inside to see the reclining Buddha, you have to put your shoes and your hat inside one of these bags that they're just out front for free, and then you can go inside. This was 100% necessary. Luckily, they have one of those Cafe Amazons in this complex, and it actually wasn't that bad for this whole drink. It was only 250 Canadian, so 60 baht. It's basically just like a frozen strawberry drink, and it's incredibly refreshing because it's an exceptionally hot day today. It's currently 36, feeling like 45 degrees Celsius. This is a really nice complex, and we got to go in and see the reclining Buddha. I knew it was going to be large, but I still wasn't expecting how large it actually was. Have we mentioned yet how insanely hot it is today? Thankfully, after walking along the path to get into the Grand Palace, you come down an escalator and then it's air conditioned. So if nowhere else today, this is where I want to be. Good thing we had our laundry.
In classic fashion, we've arrived at a very large site, the palace, that we have to walk around, outside of course. And not only is it the hottest time of day, I believe it's also during a heat wave. So it's, I don't know, UV of 10 as well as 45 degrees outside. And because it's a Buddhist temple and it's a palace, we have to wear with our legs covered, so no shorts. I've got a sun shirt on, so we won't get burned at least, but very hot.
Might die of heat exhaustion.
We may actually die. We'll report back.
The tickets were 500 baht per person, and that includes entrance into, I think, at least 5 sites. One of them being the Grand Palace, and then to see the Emerald Buddha, and then a couple of others. I think we're just planning on doing 2 of the sites.
It's now almost 4 o'clock, and it is still incredibly hot.
Just as hot as it was.
It's just as hot. I think it's gone down like 2 or 3 degrees, but we have made it all the way through the complex, and all we had to do was keep dodging from shade to shade to get the shots. So now from here, we're gonna grab a grab, I believe, and we're gonna go try to find somewhere a little bit cooler to relax until the sun goes down.
So there's a bit of a time jump here. It's now 10 p.m. We ended up taking a grab from the Grand Palace to Central World Mall. The traffic was pretty bad, so it ended up taking over an hour to get most of the way here, and then it was just gridlock. So we ended up getting out and walking the last 4 minutes to the mall.
And I want to say it was a 5-kilometer drive.
Yeah,
That took us an hour.
It should have taken like 20 minutes. It was crazy. We weren't moving at all. Anyways, so we got to the mall, we grabbed something to eat in the food court, and then went and saw a movie.
Yeah, we went and saw a movie, yeah.
We had just spent so much time outside in the heat that we just needed to go somewhere that was going to be cold, has popcorn, and we could just chill out after a very busy day. Very hot day.
And I will say, it's almost 10 o'clock now, but it's still 37 degrees out. Whenever you're not sure where to go because it's too hot in Asia, you can usually find a mall and they're always air conditioned.
So that's basically that for today.
And then tomorrow, we basically check out of our hotel and have to wait till 9 o'clock at night to catch, watch out for that, to catch a train to Laos.
Yeah.
So this is our last day in Thailand for at least a couple weeks.
All right, well, I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bangkok has given us temples, river rides, and even monitor lizards, but we're not done yet. Next, we're heading to one of the biggest markets in the world, the Chatuchak Weekend Market, to see just how far 500 baht can take us. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.